Before battle, these warriors performed a ritual so extreme it erased all fear of death. The transformation was so complete that enemies fled at the sight of them. This wasn't mythology or legend. This was a documented psychological weapon that turned ordinary men into unstoppable forces on the battlefield. The secret has been hidden in plain sight for centuries. The Norse berserkers represented one of history's most terrifying fighting forces. Historical accounts describe warriors who charged into battle without armor, seemingly immune to pain and injury. These fighters entered a trance-like state that modern researchers now recognize as a deliberately induced altered consciousness. The ritual preparation began days before combat, transforming the mind and body through specific techniques. Archaeological evidence points to the consumption of powerful psychoactive compounds. Amanita muscaria mushrooms, known for inducing dissociative states, grew abundantly in Scandinavian forests. Warriors also consumed henbane and other potent herbs that affected neurotransmitter function. These substances weren't recreational. They served as catalysts for a psychological transformation that rewired the fear response in the human brain. The ritual included extreme physical ordeals designed to push the body beyond normal limits. Warriors subjected themselves to intense cold exposure, remaining in freezing water until the body's stress response peaked. They engaged in exhausting physical exertion that depleted normal energy reserves. This combination triggered the release of endogenous opioids and adrenaline, creating a natural high that masked pain and fear. Mental preparation involved repetitive chanting and rhythmic movements that induced trance states. Warriors visualized themselves as animals, particularly bears and wolves, adopting the perceived fearlessness of predators. This identity shifting allowed them to psychologically distance themselves from their human vulnerability. The group dynamic reinforced these beliefs, creating collective hysteria that amplified individual transformation. Witnesses described the physical changes that occurred during the ritual's climax. Warriors began trembling violently, their bodies heating up despite frigid temperatures. Their pupils dilated, breathing became rapid and shallow, and facial expressions shifted into something inhuman. The transformation was so dramatic that even allies found them disturbing. At this peak moment, the fear of death completely vanished from their consciousness. Once transformed, berserkers displayed combat behavior that defied normal human limitations. They charged directly into enemy formations without defensive movements or self-preservation instincts. Historical accounts describe them biting their shields, howling like animals and attacking with superhuman strength. The lack of armor became irrelevant because their altered state prevented them from registering wounds until the battle ended. Modern neuroscience offers insight into what actually happened in their brains. The combination of substances and extreme stress likely triggered massive releases of norepinephrine and dopamine. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for fear and rational decision-making, became temporarily suppressed. Meanwhile, the amygdala's fear response was chemically overridden. The result was a temporary psychosis that eliminated survival instincts. The aftermath of the berserker state revealed the ritual's devastating cost. Warriors experienced complete physical and mental exhaustion lasting for days. Many suffered from what we now recognize as severe PTSD and dissociative disorders. Some never fully recovered their normal mental state. Norse society eventually banned the practice, recognizing that the psychological damage outweighed the military advantage. Elements of this ancient ritual appear throughout military history in different forms. Viking descendants carried modified versions to new territories. Other warrior cultures independently developed similar techniques using different substances and methods. Even modern military research has explored controlled fear suppression, though ethical concerns prevent replicating the berserker approach. The fundamental human desire to overcome fear in combat remains unchanged across millennia. The berserker ritual represents humanity's most extreme attempt to weaponize the human mind against its own survival instincts. While effective in creating fearless warriors, the practice ultimately proved unsustainable due to its psychological destruction. The ancient Norse abandoned it for good reason. If this exploration into extreme historical practices fascinated you, Subscribe for more deep dives into the shocking truths hidden in our past.